So I think it's going to be one of those really fun, really fun, exciting talks where we just we can just be and just enjoy ourselves, because I find sometimes these interviews and connecting with people can get so boring. It's going to be one of those really fun, really fun, exciting talks where we just we can just. I think that your stream is on something, so you need to cut the volume on one of your interviews, and connecting with people can get so boring. It's going to be one of those really fun, really exciting talks where we just we can just. I think that your stream is on something, so you need to cut the volume on one of your interviews. There is a lag. Do you have something open that we need to?
Aarti, yes, you are on live. Okay.
We are live at the moment, but I think that you need to cut the volume on one of your devices. You need to just mute the volume on one of your devices because it's giving us an echo.
I did.
Okay, brilliant. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you from Zoom, but not in Facebook.
Yeah, that's perfect. That's absolutely perfect. No, they can hear us. Don't worry. They can hear us. Okay. So what's lovely is that now that it is started, I just want to say welcome, Ms. Shuli Akhtar. And so we can actually hear you on all the other devices, so that's not a problem, right? So I've tested it. You're good. You're good to go. So welcome to Compassionate Leaders of Influence, our first exciting guest today, Shuli Akhtar. Thank you so much for being with us and for being with me. I had the most incredible, beautiful conversation with you a week or two ago, where I actually listened to you on another platform. And I was so intrigued by you. I thought, man, okay, I am launching Compassionate Leaders of Influence as a platform to find incredible, unique, unusual people. And I'm bringing them onto this platform to showcase them to the world that they are incredible human beings out there, men and women, regardless of what their culture is, what their age group is, what country they come from. Because I want to show the world that during all of this time where there's such sadness and a lot of people are looking for hope, that there are people out there like yourself and many others who are coming onto the show who are doing stuff. They've got massive visions and they're creating and developing and innovating. And I love that. And when I listened to your story, I thought the world needs to hear this. And the fact that we are working with Bangladesh right now actually aligns with our vision and where we're heading. And I thought one of the most incredible things about the people of Bangladesh is that they're down to earth, the most exquisite human beings who are craving knowledge and innovation, and they're looking for ways to grow. And with the CKH network, with Kamrul Hassan, who's one of our strategic partners with our company, Key Leadership Institute and Celebrating Humanity International, we found that adding value through his network adds value tremendously to everybody else as well, because his vision is to uplift the youth of Bangladesh. He now has over 60,000 university students on one of his platforms, and he's created the most incredible high potential graduate certification program. And he's looking at how he can get over 10,000 young people fully qualified to be work ready. Now, I know that is a mouthful right now at the start of our show, but I thought it's always brilliant to acknowledge the people out there who are doing tremendous work to uplift their country. And since Bangladesh is the one country that is your focus, they are part of the people that you want to impact. I thought it makes sense to mention all of my amazing people from the CKH network, all of the university students. 177 graduated last night, actually, from this program. And I thought, you know what, let's bring you in onto their platforms too, and let's see how we can help to inspire and guide them and give them vision from your story. Now, you have a very unique story. And Jan Roberts, my incredible, amazing other half and partner, is part of the John Maxwell team as well. And he was raving about you. And he says he heard you talking on stage to over 3,000 people. Now, that is incredible. You're only 21 years old, and already you are having the most exquisite, exciting journey. And this is why people need to hear you. So what I'm going to do is just welcome you, and I'm welcoming you as one of my compassionate leaders of influence who's touched my life. And I want to say thank you with lots and lots of gratitude before we start for you being on this platform and sharing your beautiful story. And now for all of the other people out there who are listening on all of our different platforms, I want to say thank you for tuning in and welcome to this incredible platform. It's my first to connect and engage with a guest on this level. We have intriguing conversations with Jan Roberts and myself, which are random, crazy conversations. But this one is very focused, and it is about bringing to you people of influence, regardless of what age they are, and regardless of which country they come from. We can learn from people. We can learn from each other, and united, we can impact this world and make it a better place for everybody. So before I burst into song, I want to say, Julie, thank you for being here. And welcome once again. I think, just for people who don't know you, you've had the most incredible journey from 6 years old being in Bangladesh, and your story begins there. So I'd love for you to just tell our audience and the people listening how it began and the importance of the stunning visionary lady who's impacted your life, and tell us a little bit more about that.
Thank you, Arti, for having me today. It is an honor to be here, and I am so thankful to Arti and to Kamran Jaban, giving me this platform and this opportunity. And it's my first time talking to my people, in using technology. So I'm very, very happy and thrilled today to share my story with my people closely. So like Arti said, my journey began when I was 6 years old, and today I'm 21. So I met this lady from Portugal who came to my life when I was 6 years old. Her name is Miriam Sassau. And since then, my life has completely, turned over. I never dreamt of becoming the first child from my family to finish high school and to come to university. And of course, I dream of going to masters and do my PhD eventually in the future. So because of this lady, I have gone through a lot, have seen a lot, have spoke to a lot of people, my vision, my dream towards for my country and for my people. So I am thankful to her for all the volunteers who has helped my friends back in Bangladesh. Still they're helping. I have got friends from all over the world. One in Australia, US, Portugal, UAE. So they're studying. They're already on their career. Helping their family back in Bangladesh, helping their next generation. And this all happened because of that one lady who came to my life, to my country in 2005 as a gift from the God. This is how I say that she's an angel to my life and to 600 children of my country. So I came to Dubai in 2010 because she chose 7 students from her foundation back in Bangladesh. And I was one of the 7, the luckiest actually, out of 600. And I have gone to UAE to study. I've done my secondary, my high school over there. It was a great experience. I have lived with multicultural people from all over the world. I lived with people from Norway, France, Germany, Spain, UK, New Zealand, India, Portugal. So did I miss anyone? I don't think so. Oh, Estonia, as far as Estonia. So I've lived a multicultural, multidimensional life with them. I learned so many things from them. The difference between, their lifestyle, my lifestyle. We have shared our sadness, our happiness. They took great care of me. And this is why I'm a strong woman today. This is why I'm following my dream and my heart and my path. I do what my heart tells me to do. You know, I was told to dream big by the Sheikh Nahyan, the Minister of Education. He was he. I think he's in a he got promoted now in the he was a Abu Dhabi minister for education. So he's the one who gave the visa to us, student visa under 18. It was Maria made a history actually in the UAE. Um, 10 years ago, we were the first children who got student visa from UAE who were under 18. So it was because he believed on Maria's vision, and he gave us a lifelong opportunity to go far in life. And he told us, because he came to visit my school when I was in grade 6 with an helicopter, he told us, this is your this is your lucky draw. This is like you won a lottery of your life. So use it now, make the most out of it. Dream as big as you can, and there's nobody can stop you from reaching your potential. So I took that words very seriously since I was 11 when I met him. And I've been to his palace quite a few times, 3 times, I think. I met his son in Abu Dhabi. It was amazing. UAE has given me a lot, and Portugal has given me a lot. So I really thank this country for giving me, an opportunity in life and grow myself. So this is my actually the story so far. I've been to a few places around the world, and one of the biggest platform that I spoke to, like Arthur said, was John C. Maxwell event to 2,000 people. I started to speak in an international platform since I was 17, because when I was 12, I told Maria I want to be the Prime Minister of Bangladesh in 15 years time. She said, well, okay, then I need to help you, to be the leader, because I gave a birth, to a child when I was 6 years old, but now I don't know how to give a birth to a prime minister. So I got to learn it myself. So she helped me evolve as a speaker. She took me with her to many, many places, because she herself is a keynote speaker. So she took me to US, she took me to Portugal to speak in Lisbon platform a few times. I spoke to one of the biggest women platform, which was Oriflam. I spoke to a lot of events in Dubai because she got invited to speak in many of the events. So I was always with her, like a buddy, and I always took her place, like 10 minutes, 15 minutes. I was always given her platform. She took half and I took half. So this is how I started to speak in a public speaking event. And I have been trying to be a TEDx speaker, actually, like her. So I could tell my vision to my people, share my story and my passion for my country. So since I was 12, I have been evolving as a leader. I have done many courses, went to public speaking event. I have read lots of books. I finished John Maxwell course. I have a certificate showing I have done it. What else I've done? I've done a lot of fundraising events. I've helped my people since I was 11 years old. I have been always working beside my studies. It's not, I don't have to wait to help my people. I don't have to wait 13 years time, 15 years time to help my people. I started when I was very young. So I started when I was 10 to 11 years old, giving back to people, giving back to the world, giving back to, to the foundation I came from. I helped 17 students to come to Portugal for their bachelor. I've helped them throughout the application, scholarships, and all the events. I flew back to Dhaka. I worked with them. I helped them to be in Portugal in 2018. Some of my friends are still on their way to Portugal. They're in India right now, doing their student visa application to come to university here in Portugal that I go right now. and they've been doing pretty well. And I'm very, very impressed and proud of them and my people, because I see potential in them. I see if my people has given a chance, opportunity, I'm sure they can go as beyond as discovering a new galaxy. I know one of my boy, it's in NASA, I think. He is a scientist and he's been working to find a new galaxy. I read articles a few days ago about him. I forgot his name, but I love when I hear my people has doing great in the world, giving back, discovering new things. I love it. It gives me, how do you say, goosebump, a sense of happiness, which I love, which I love inside me, So I see girls doing, I know that, and I know there's a lot of problem in my country, but I'm sure this can be overcome sooner or later. Like Jacinda Ardern, Prime Minister of New Zealand, put a woman in power, like real woman. I didn't say fake woman. I know a Prime Minister of my country is a woman. I know, but put a real woman in power. Breaking news: Kamala Harris has become the first woman in White House to be the to run a White House, and she's the vice president of White House now. Here you go, history has been made.
Exactly.
How amazing is that? Made my day, actually. Really made my day. Hearing a woman in the White House, like, whoa, girls, wakey, wakey.
I read an amazing meme today. Somebody actually sent a picture of Kamala Harris, and the meme says, "Ladies, please wear your shoes."
Yes, I read it too.
You're going to be walking over all of the broken glass of this glass ceiling being shattered. And I thought that is epic, because I always talk about the glass ceiling effect is something that is part of our mindset. It's part of our thinking that limits us in our belief of what we use as excuses to hold us back, but it's not a reality of what people can actually do. Now, one of the people that really inspires you is the Prime Minister from New Zealand. You speak very highly about her. So can you tell us a little bit more about the people that have inspired you in that way, and how are powerful women adding value to your journey? What are some of the lessons you've learned that you can actually impart with the men and women on this platform? Because I believe that men and women deserve to be nurtured and guided and supported equally. But listening to you, you've got people who've inspired you from both sides. But for you, when we were talking, you got really fired up and excited about the Prime Minister from New Zealand. So I thought, okay, let's talk a little bit about her and why she inspired you. So tell us actually about the emails as well that you sent.
Oh, yeah. Yes. You reminded me a good point,
actually. Yes.
So when I was in France last year, actually this year in Feb or March, I wrote a letter to her through social media, because I knew it would be hard to get to her. It's like, okay, I'm going to use my social media power. Come on, I could do this. I could get to her. Why not? She's a woman and I'm a woman and I want to be like her. Why not follow? Because I read in one of the articles, I read a lot, Arti. I read newses, I read articles, I read books, I read captions, I read a lot of things. So one of the articles said, okay, put yourself, imagine you are already who do you want to be in the future? If you want to be like that person, contact that person and start working for them for 30 days for free, as an intern. I did a sales course, and I think this is the guy said, Spencer Lodge told me, said in the one of his live or something like that. You want to be like that, John Maxwell, contact him straight, work with him, learn from him. Don't go from, his CEO, his manager, his, all these things. Like, fine then. So what I did, I contacted Maria's husband. I told him, look, I want to work with this woman. Help me write a letter. And I drafted it. It took me a week to write the letter, actually. It took me a week. And then he helped me, make it professional, make it look good, because I wasn't sure how to write a letter to a prime minister straight away. So I learned it. So, and then I said, fine, I'm going to use my friend in social media to reach her. I'm going to find his, her contact, her emails, her phone number, whatever I need in order to get to her. I did. I found the email address of her office, and I sent probably 100 to 200 mails a day just from my email box. How many times can they ignore me? One email a day, two emails a day, fine. How many times can her office ignore me? So I sent
Brilliant.
every single day, probably for a month. I sent one email. I'm always in my phone, and I'm always, I was texting. I was keep, forwarding the mail to, to her office. And finally, they got back to me. Her office got back to me, telling me, "Oh, we're sorry, we don't have a position like this. In the future, we might have it." I was like, implemented. People wants to work with her. People all over the world, especially girls. I got fired up seeing how her leadership works to her, in her country. She goes on a street, hugs her people, talk to her people. This is the leader I want to be. The changes that she's made. She has made, school food, and she transport. She raised the funds for, she put the salary for teacher, police higher. She has built several, houses, for medication. All of these things, amazing. For 4 years, she was a mother. She gave a birth to a new baby. She handled very well the terrorist attack in the mosque. She did amazing, dealing with the COVID. Who else can I follow at the moment? She's the best in the world so far. If I look as a leader, she's the best in my in my list. That's my friend. Just contact her. I want to work with her. I'll fly there. I don't need any money. I don't need anything. All I need is her time, and build my cabinet in the future. So I need to learn from her, from the best.
Absolutely.
And then, I've been very lucky and privileged to, to have people like Maria, her husband, Nabil, Syed. Syed is my sponsor, actually. I made a video 3 years ago asking for sponsorships in social media. He got so happy. He saw a potential on me, and he came forward, to support me and his family. He's from Bangladesh, by the way, but lives in Australia, and then went to Dubai. He was working for the Sheikh office as an advisor. So he told me, "Surely you wanna be the PM? You gotta read. You gotta do things. You gotta go beyond your way, to reach out people. You gotta do this." So he's been my mentor for over 3 years now. I think nearly 3 years. He's been my mentor. So I have been getting mentorship from people like that. Because of my 1 minute video, that guy out of nowhere came to me, support me on my education, paying, helping me, finishing my undergraduate, helping me to be the PM. He has got beautiful 3 kids. I met his wife and his kids. Wonderful. I cannot believe Syed is from my country, and he was the right hand of the Sheikh. I want my people to be like him. He has a PhD from Sydney. He has worked so hard all his life. This is why he's where he is today. He's been, building a nation in middle of nowhere. Who knew Middle East? Who knew you exist 48 years ago? Nobody. Because of one gentleman, Sheikh Zayed, found oil, and he distributed his wealth properly. Now his nation is one of the wealthiest nation in the world. And they hire my people to rebuild their country. Come on. I have people with brains. I have people with heart. We can together rebuild our nation, just like UAE and Singapore. I was so thrilled that Syed was from my country. He's a Bangladeshi, and he is a Sheikh advisor.
I hope that the young people from Bangladesh are listening to you, because you've got
I'm coming.
They're better because, exactly.
I'm coming, guys.
Be aware of who your leaders are. Join them and follow them. Exactly, and beware.
I'm preparing myself.
Because what's amazing is she stalked the Prime Minister of New Zealand. Be careful. She's coming for you guys, right? And she's warning you.
I know where I'm going. My path is so clear as water.
Exactly.
I have no doubt on my vision that one day, sooner or later, I'm going to be the PM of Bangladesh and I'm going to rebuild my country. And I want no poverty, no children, no child marriage, and no child labor, and no garments factory, exploiting my people and making go to the other country. No, not going to happen.
Exactly.
I
And I
want
think
my people to be treated like first-class citizen, like I was being treated since I was 6 years old. I know how women should react to society, to people, to men. Side wife, she blew off my mind when I saw that woman. God damn it. I like that guy, like his wife so much because she's an Australian, of course, and but she's Muslim, and she's so kind, so beautiful, with a super beautiful heart, and she's powerful, and I want my woman to be like her. I want my woman to be like me, actually. Arthi, Maria Conceição.
But now, surely, one of the things, right, because you get very fired up about this, but people don't know why you are getting fired up about it.
Oh.
And when I was reading some of the story that you wrote, I think it's important for people to understand part of the journey of why you're saying what you're saying right now. Because I know that normally when people say, I'm coming into your country or I'm coming into my country, I want to help my people, I want women to know their rights, I want a quality lifestyle for them, I want to remove unemployment, I want to remove poverty. Now, those are all the things that many people talk about, many people promise, right? But very few can justify where it began and what fired them up for this as a vision. And I think it's important because when you wrote that story to me and you sent it to me, I thought, okay, that's the key. That is the key. When you speak about the young girls in the villages and in other places and how children are forced to do to work in certain situations, I'd love for you to actually share some of that with us so that people understand why you're so fired up with all of these areas that you want to, all of these injustices that you want to create balance for, and why.
I just want to focus on 4 major issues, Arthi. I have realized when I was doing an internship in Dhaka, in I think one of the hospitality industry. It was 4 Point by Sheraton. I was there for 2 months working as an intern, and I read an article, and I said, "Oh my God, my country has so much issues. It's gonna take me forever to solve it. But what are the 4 or 5 or 6 whatever issues I can focus on during my prime ministership thing, and then it can destroy the other problems easily." So I thought, fine, we gotta invest in education, trainings, employment, infrastructures, and medication. Only these 4 areas I want to focus during my 5 or whatever time I have got, and I will try to solve those issues because I believe my country has got money. We have resources. My people are my biggest resources. My people are my biggest assets. They're not liabilities, they're my assets. I have got 170 million people. If I made my people work, do you think the problem will be vanished in 5-10 years time? My people are my biggest asset. People in Saudi Arabia, UAE, Oman, Bahrain, Qatar, all of these countries hire my people to rebuild their country. Treat them super bad. I have seen it. I've been through that. I have done lots of CNS project in my school. I've raised money for them during Ramadan and Eid. I know the story. I know the crap behind it. Excuse my language, but I get very mad when my people
this is my platform. You can say what you want to.
No.
People need to actually speak the truth and start to listen to the truth without censorship. I think that sometimes we're so sensitive about making people feel good about themselves by stopping the language that fires up our souls. And I think that compassionate leaders of influence, as much as we are working from a basis of respect and we are respectful, we understand that you cannot move people by sucking up to them or by telling them the sweet words that they want to hear. People need to hear the reality that's going to kick them out of complacency so that they can do something differently. They can change their mindsets, and you can actually take the cobwebs out of their backward thinking. Now, there are a lot of people who just follow blindly. Now, the problem is, in order for them to start to see, you need to tear off the blinkers, and that can be a painful way to do it. But when they finally are aligned to reality, and that there is brilliance and beauty in this world, we are then able to help and guide them and support them on the journey. But to do that, you use the language that is your language, and you never ever dumb yourself down for anybody, because I've learned that the hard way. Everybody will want to mold you to their expectations, which could be at a very low level. And I'm saying, don't. If you want to say that is bullshit, call bullshit on all of the nonsense and injustices happening in this world, because people are wanting to sweep this under the carpet like it doesn't exist. And it does. I mean, some of the things you spoke about is how young the girls get married. They're being forced to get married. You spoke about child labor. You spoke into a lot of areas where there's a disconnect. And I know that there are many people, amazing men and women right now in Bangladesh, that are doing their best to uplift their people. There are thousands of people now coming together with a vision of how it can be done. And I love that, because it's a reality right now with Kamrul Hassan and with his team of people. And he's brought a lot of incredible people. We have realized that strategic partnerships means that we connect with people of influence. And when you're connected with people like that, they don't censor their language for everybody else. What they're doing is they're laying the foundations for vision to make way for a journey that everybody has to go through. And yes, it is difficult sometimes. And some people will not enjoy listening to you. Some people will hate on you, or even myself, even on this platform. They might send us comments and we don't really care.
Don't
It's the
worry.
few
I've said
that
many times
actually
in my life, not the first
get
time.
exactly. I mean, it's the people, the few people that have a vision for life and they want to fight injustice. Those are the people you want in your circle of influence. I love the way you spoke about Syed. And the reason being is that a lot of people miss the point that women can be mentored by incredible men on this journey. And that women can also be mentored by incredible women on this journey. So we're not limited. And now you are showcasing the fact that he helped you as part of your journey, but so did your mom, who helped you right now. She's been helping you every step of the way. And that encouragement means that you didn't allow your circumstances to define what you can and you cannot have. And a lot of people right now, even in Bangladesh, cannot see that. And around the world, it's not just limited. Your message is not limited to Bangladesh. I know that it's your country. I know you're always talking about your people. But what you're saying right now is relevant to many countries, and we all can learn from you from that point of view. And so when we look at your vision, you said there's 4 areas, 4 things you want to alleviate or you want to bring balance to. Can you tell us a little bit more about those areas as well?
Sure. So first I would talk about education. I feel like my people do not have the updated version of education. The world is changing rapidly. Technology has been changing, everything's been changing around us. So if my people do not keep up to date, they're gonna fall behind, and they are falling behind. You know?
Yeah.
They lack of basic thing. The books I have done tutoring, I have done volunteering work in government school during my summer time in Bangladesh, and the books they read, they're not up to date. I'm sorry, Sheikh Hasina, they're not up to date. You gotta put my people in front. They have to compete with the world. They have to compete with the change, thing that taking place. You have to make my people, to be in a group, learn about leadership, learn about, how to manage team, how to use technology, how to use computer, how to read books, like good books. Books can change your life. It plays a vital role in life if you read good books from good people like Simon Sinek, John Maxwell, for example, Grant Cardone. Let's take a very new one, Spencer Lodge. I've read their books. The 10x, 10x rule, Maria's book, for example, Woman on Top of the World. Read about it. Read what people has done out of nothing. Out of nothing, people drug addicted, but they have changed their life. People with no mom and dad, people with no financial support. Let's take Syed, for example. He told me he had a tough time. He had to do 3-4 jobs during his university to support his education. He's 47 years old. He's 47 now, but he has gone through a lot of things in order to be who he is today. He had to pay the price.
Exactly.
He had to pay the price to be in the Sheikh office. He has done a lot of shit in life, I'm sure. So you got to do the same. You cannot put excuses. You cannot put excuses on your way in order to reach, to your dream, to your goals. Have a vision. I feel like my people don't have, they don't dream. They have to get pregnant to ideas. Go to bed and dream. And then in the morning when you wake up, chase that dream into a reality. This is my suggestion. Come up with ideas, do things. Like I see videos, I see people from Africa, I see people from South Asia, North, like all the country in the world. They're making things, they're making innovation. Do not waste your time in Facebook. Do not waste your time on things like that doesn't give you value. Ask yourself one thing: am I getting value from this thing? What is that adding to my life? Talking to a random friend, is he adding value to me? I speak about you to a friend, one of my friend. We talk about ideas. We talk about problems.
Yeah.
We try to help each other. We try talk to people who puts fire in you, not water on you. Surround yourself with people, positivity, with dreams and goals, working hard, work smart as well at the same time. Don't just work hard all your life. Don't. Work smart too. Use your brain, use your heart, listen to your inner voice, because everything else in life will lie to you, but not your inner self. I just want my people to dream big. Dream big. For example, the CEO of Google, I don't know if you know his story, but his dad paid for his flight ticket to go to US, and it was 1 year of his salary to buy a flight ticket to go to US so he could attend Stanford. So that guy had a vision when he was a kid. His father had a vision, and this is why he's the CEO of Google now. He's from India. So dream big, guys, and chase your dream every morning. You have got 24 hours in your hand. Make that time, work. Spencer Lott said, yesterday was a mystery, yesterday is a history, tomorrow is a mystery, today is a gift. So use your gift. I don't want to talk and talk and talk, because talking doesn't work. You got to put your words into an action. Unless you don't do it, nothing is going to move. 10 years ago, I put a date in my mind, 2034. I will be 35 years old. Okay, what do I do in order to reach there? Okay, I got to finish my high school. I did. I have to evolve as a speaker. I'm doing it. Okay, I need to make sure I talk to my people. I share my vision. I'm doing it. Okay, I have to go to do my bachelor. I'm on it. Finishing my bachelor next year in July. Okay, what next? Go somewhere to do your MPB, Masters in Public Policy. I'm doing it. Okay, I need funds for that. Fine, get the funds. Ask for sponsors. I'm writing a book so I could support myself, paying my bills. So I am creating an opportunity for myself. I am creating paths for myself. Nobody's telling me what to do every day. Nobody tells me. I'm 21. I'm an adult. I know what I have to do. Sometimes I get lost, and this is why I have got mentors. This is why sometimes I get like, oh my God, what's happening? Nothing is working around me, because I get also negativity. My day doesn't go like, oh, amazing, amazing. No, I have ups and downs too. Everybody has ups and downs in life. If you don't have that, you're not a human being. that means you're not living fully. Every day there should be a problem. Every single day you should face a problem. You should have difficulties. If you don't have those things in your life, that means you're doing something wrong. Something is wrong. You're not doing something right. You got to do something right. You have to have problems in your life. You have to have issues so that you know how to overcome them. Because all these things teaches you things. I had to wait 1 year to come to do my bachelor. I didn't have, I was like, oh my God, am I not going to go to university? This has been my dream all my life. Okay, I had to wait 1 year. I worked my ass off for a year. And then Syed came to my life. Oh, here is the prime minister. I want to support her. I had to sell myself to him. He didn't come to me walking to my room. I had to go to him. So you have to go to people. You have to ask for help. If you don't, nobody will know what's going on in your life. And one more thing that people, not people, but Maria or other people who I liked, who I admired, tells me, say everything, say yes to everything. You never know what might come out of it. Imagine I didn't say yes to Corey Hunter other day. I would not have met Arti today. See? So say yes to opportunities, say yes to everything. It might be good, it might be bad, but you will learn something out of it. But do not hold yourself back from failing. Fail often. Only if you fail, you will know, okay, what's the best for me? But stay on sinking, don't go drowning. Try to keep your head up in the water.
Absolutely. One of the things that really stood out for me, I love your past is your history, your future is a mystery, and today is your gift.
Today is a gift.
Right? Today is your gift. I mean, when you look at the giftedness that everybody has, I mean, you spoke about the young guy from Bangladesh who is looking for another galaxy. So when you look at the intelligence of people and you're looking at the depth of knowledge and the wisdom that comes out from any country, it's not showcased and nurtured enough. It's not highlighted enough. And I think that if we use social media more effectively, we would be able to look at all of the success stories of young people in Bangladesh, highlight them a lot more so that they have hope, that they're not limited right now, and that where they're heading, there is something out there that they're heading towards. Now, you spoke about young people go to bed and dream, right? But when you get up, start to chase that dream and put it into action. You spoke into don't just work hard, work smart. And I love that balance because even when we say to people, read as much as you can. The thing though is that a lot of people could be reading thousands of books, but whether they implement it or not is the key to whether they succeed in life or not. So what you're doing is you're reading the books, you're empowering yourself, but it's giving you the knowledge and the foundation to speak eloquently into issues. You're able to now become a solution focused person who can say, yes, we have problems and you have challenges. What do we need to do and how do you balance it? I'm loving all of the points that you're talking about because, when you listen to a lot of interviews, people will speak eloquently about what they do and what they would like to do. But very few people will say, well, I was afraid to talk, but now I'm learning how to speak by going onto different platforms. I'm engaging with people and I'm studying all of that alongside my other studies. So I find a lot of people say, well, I'm shy and I don't want to speak and I don't want to, and I'm scared to talk in public, but they don't make the effort to do something about it. So when you say dream, but chase the dream. So if one of the simplicity of those dreams is, I would love to have my message heard, then you work out how do you want to do it? In which ways? Is it social media? Is it your brand? Is it your position? Is it your credibility? Is it your character? Are you a person of influence? And why do people want to listen to you? And if you hone that, that's part of chasing your dreams. And I think that when you finally connect with all of the students through the CKH network, you're going to hear some incredible young people with amazing visions, dreams, hopes, and the knowledge of how to do things differently. What I love about what Kamrul Hassan is doing is he's talking into exactly what you're saying. Educate, guide and support, bring in leadership, mentorship, coaching, entrepreneurship, emotional intelligence, NLP, all of the self-confidence and building of the young people so they are holistically trained, developed, and are shining stars, rising stars of Bangladesh that are going to shock the nations out there. He's created a platform that is unique in this world because he had just on one of his courses on his online, he used social media during the lockdown. He had over 15,000 youngsters at the time online from Bangladesh, building into themselves through what you're talking about, education, understanding, connecting, reading, listening to mentors from around the world, connecting on global platforms and networking. And I think that's relevant for all countries where young people are asking, how do I use social media more effectively? Yes, we can have TikToks and we can have Instagram and we can have all of these fun platforms. But what's the use if we are not following a vision that's going to impact this world? We've got 17 SDGs, 17 amazing goals to change this world. But it's going to take a unity of mind, a collaboration on a different level to get us all working together. But we need visionaries like yourself and a whole lot of other people. And so when you think about it, how are they going to get a hold of you? How can people connect with you? How can you support and guide and influence and impact people better?
Follow my journey. Connect me in Instagram, in Facebook, in LinkedIn. I'm not active in LinkedIn, but I have got a professional profile over there. You can follow it there. Instagram and Facebook is the best to connect me. You want my email? I can give you my email in the email
In the comments
chat below. I will give my all my details over there. You wanna follow me? Follow over there. Follow my journey. See what I have done when I was younger, because I've got posts, from when I was younger. I look different. I had a different class, and see what I have done, what I have achieved, what I went through. I'm writing a book on myself for the past nearly 6 years, and I do want to publish that book next year with my supervisor from my high school, because she and her name is Erica Al-Qadi, head of my secondary school. So she and her, we started this project together for a personal project in grade 10. And I said, fine, if this is the story that you love so much, because I wasn't sure people would love my story when I was 15 years old, 14 years old. So she loved it. She loved it so much. I got a very good grade in the IB, because writing a book on myself, it wasn't easy. It has not been easy, Arti. Going back to my past, writing those things that I will never ever disclose to people. I had been writing about those things. It crushed my heart. Every time I go back, to read my book or read it, because I got to proofread my own book, what I have been, written. And I haven't done not been one, I've done more than once. Probably 50 times I just read my book, editing, reading, going back, seeing things. Am I putting the right perspective? Is it what I felt? Is it how I felt? Number of times I felt like not saying it because I had hard time in embracing them. When I was 16, 17, 18, 15, things were not easy for me to embrace my past, the journey I had been on. It is not. But since past couple of months, I said, it's my life, my journey. I'm going to write it. I'm going to put, what I felt, how I felt, who made me feel that way. If it's going to screw up people, I don't care. It's my life. I write it down. If I make people upset, it is their fault, because they did it to me. That's how I felt. But I never had the strength to talk about it. I was not strong enough to talk about it, to tell Maria, to tell Saul, this person made me feel this way. Oh, I end up being in tears. Oh, she spoke about this to me. I didn't appreciate it. I had a number of people in my life who said, You should go back home. You should get married, have kids, be housewife. Who are you to tell me what to do in my life? I had people, Arti. I'm telling you, my life has not been like a straight line, all full of happiness and Disney and animation. No. I cried, I broke, I had pain, I had sleepless night for months. Yes, I looked up, people look after me very well, like their own daughter and son, but not everybody was the same. I wasn't so lucky all the time. I had host families from all over the world. Do you think they all treated me the same way that I wanted? Of course not. You think I didn't feel different? You think I didn't feel discriminated? Of course not. You think I was not, let down? Of course not. Arti, when I went out to the oath for my country, I will tell my people, I have been through a lot of shit in life. This is why I'm here today. So that nobody in the world has to go through what I've gone through. So my girls and my boys, mothers and fathers, doesn't have to go through, their kid doesn't have to go through what I went through. I want people to have a normal family, normal childhood. I want kids to live with their siblings, brothers and sisters, because I know how it feels to be away from siblings, to be away from family, to be away from your loved ones. I know exactly how it feels. It's been 10 years I've been away from home. You think it's been easy at the age of 10, leaving my house, leaving my country, leaving my people, leaving my family? Was easy for me to live with the strangers? Only because so that I could get a first-class education, so that I could go back to my country, run my country, help my mom and my dad, my siblings, so that they don't have to go through what I went through. So the poverty line can be broken forever in my family. So I could help hundreds of millions of people. I had amazing life. I'm not saying I don't have an amazing. I had amazing life, trust me. But at the same time, I had to pay the price. I had to pay the price, and I'm still paying the price. It's been 3 years. I have not gone home. Nearly 3 years. My brother, when I saw my smallest brother, Mehdi, he was like until here, and now he's like, super big boy now. I see his pictures, like, oh my God, how did you grow up so early? He's turning into a man. I saw him a baby, now he's turning into a man. He hits his puberty, and here it is changing. So I miss those moments. I miss my brother growing up in front of my eyes. I miss my niece. My niece was like 3-4 years old. Now she's 6, 7. I miss them. She calls me and tells me, when you're coming home. My mom tells me, my mom hair is turning white. I told Mom, what's going on? I saw your hair black before, now it's turning white. What's happening? It's like, Julie, I'm getting old. I'm not, things are changing. I'm changing too. Her hair is turning. You think seeing a video call satisfies me? I'm sure there's hundreds of people who are living the same life as me, loved, away from their family for a better life, seeking for a better life. I understand. My people goes away to other countries to seek for jobs so they could provide their family a better life back home. So I'm no different to them, Arti. Here I'm studying and they're working. But mission is the same, seeking for better life, for better opportunities, same. Yeah, I know, I'm sorry.
Never apologize. You never apologize.
I'm saying things that I would never tell anybody, Arti.
Oh, good.
Because people has to hear this. People see
They
me
do.
outside. You know, people see, oh, she was in Dubai when she was 10, beautiful life, blah, 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 and she's in Europe now studying. Yes, I'm studying. Yes, I'm living my dream. Yes, I'm living the life that I wanted, or I want, or I deserve. But when I come back from university, and I see my mom in my house, I see my brother in my house. You know, I come home, I see nobody in my house. My bed, you know, my room is empty, quiet. I want to see my niece telling me, aunt, you know, and I see my family with me. I miss them so much. I've been missing them for the past 10 years. You know, I cook, I clean, I go shopping, I go out with friends. But when I come back home to my own room, it's, you know, it's just me. It's just me. I want someone to hug me. I want someone to tell me, how was your day? I want to eat my mom's food. I miss her food so much. You know, I miss my dad. Yeah, he's getting, you know, he's getting old too. He's getting old too. Anyway, I do want to go back home once in a while, see them. I miss my country actually a lot too. I miss the food there. I miss the weather there. I miss the rain, the sun. Most importantly, my family. Sometimes I just feel like, oh my God, what am I doing here? Sometimes I get so down, you know, to my feet, like, oh, I can't do this anymore. I feel so sad. Sometimes I just stay in my bed like whole day. Sometimes because it just, I don't know how to say this, but I just want to be home. Leave everything, just to be home. But then I think, oh, okay, I've been doing this for the past 10 years. You know, I still have to finish my marathon. I'm almost in the finishing line. Almost there, actually. So this is what I tell myself. You know, in life, you will feel down. This is for everyone. Whoever is, hearing me, you will feel down all the time. But you have to be strong here. This is everything to you. If you could manage this, you could manage this. Tell your mind, tell your heart that you're almost there, finishing line. There's something better for you waiting. You know, after a marathon, there is a finishing line, medals, all this food and all these things. Think about those things. I've done a marathon when I was 15, like full marathon. So this is why I talk about this. So after a really strong race, a really hard race, you know, people wait at the finishing line, they wave at you, they cheer for you, they wait for you, medal, water, all these goodies. So it's like this. Life is like this. You know, after my high school, I felt that. 12 years of battle, I felt that. I'm almost in the finishing line. And now almost in my graduation. First in the family. You don't think it's a history in the making? It is a history in the making. You know, I want to reach the highest level possible. I want to have a PhD. This is the highest I want to go with an education. Coming from the slum, not even, I was born in Islam, and I meant to get married. I am meant to be a housewife. I'm just like my friends, just like a friend from my village. Give birth to kids and raise kids, and that's it. Just like my grandparents, and just like them. But no, my life turned it. So I want to go the highest level possible. I dream. My limitation is the sky. It's not my roof. It's not my room. No, limit is your sky. Dream, you limit dreams. Dreams are amazing. I thank Maria for putting that, drugs on me when I was 6 years old. Dream drugs, I would say. She put her drugs in me when I was 6 years old, and I was like dreaming
Make sure
big.
you're telling people it's not real drugs, right?
No, it is not real. I don't know how to say this, but how does she inject me with the dream?
With hope and dreams.
Yeah, hope and dream and visions, and she showed me a beautiful world that where women can be a pilot, women can be CEO of company, women can be in the White House.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
it is not my fault. It is her fault. I blame her for doing that.
It's brilliant.
We talk sometime. We used to talk sometime. I would tell her, it's not my fault. You're the one who has done that to me. Okay, if I dream now to be the PM, you gotta help me. Because you were the one who put me on this path. And then she's like, oh, now it's my fault. Oh, now it's my fault. I helped you. You know to break from now it's my fault. Now I have to do these things for you. She feel like she feel a bit responsible, or she feel loved. She feel like, oh, look what I have done. She feel a sense of motherhood or achievements, because seeing us success, it means she's success. Seeing me success or seeing my friend success is success of a lot of sponsors around the globe who has been supporting us tremendously. So seeing us reaching that potential in the highest level in the world, it is their success, because they have put their money, their love, their time, their patience, everything. So I am thankful to them, to the people with a beautiful heart, because I would not be here today without them. People like Syed, Nabil, Soul, and my school CEO, Mr. Clive. I speak about these people in my book. I speak about my family. I speak about a lot of people. They have been a tremendous kick in my life, positive type. When I say kick, it means positive.
Yeah, exactly. Gratitude, acknowledge, hey? Show gratitude and always acknowledge the people who were part of your journey, whether it was good or bad, knowing
Always
that
be
even
thankful.
for you to be able to write your book, you're acknowledging the stories of what happened before, good or bad, but that's going to allow you to inspire people that no matter what happens in your life, you accept it, acknowledge it, and move forward. What is the lesson behind it? Loved everything you spoke about, and for your final words of wisdom for our beautiful people of Bangladesh and around the world who are listening to you. There are many people from many countries listening to you right now. I would love for you to just give them a few words of how can they support you? How can people guide you? How can they actually help you on your journey to become Prime Minister? How can they add value to you? What do you need? And if you can just give us an idea of what we can do differently to support you in that way, I'd love for you to use this as your platform right now to do that.
Sure, thank you.
Ask, because you will only get because you ask, and because you harassed and you stalked the Prime Minister for New Zealand. So let's do that here. Who do you need? What do you need? What's next steps? How can people support you better?
So
because you're not alone.
Thank you. Thank you. I feel very privileged to be with you guys, and people like you, it's making a difference to people like me, people like me who dare to dream big. It's because of we have people like you in our world. So the first thing, I have to finish my graduation next year, which is July. Everything has been paid from my sponsor, so alhamdulillah. Next year I'm publishing my book, and I would love people to purchase my book. It's going to be in the Amazon for like ebook, so it could be print on demand. I'm going to publish it. You can purchase it, and you can read it. And I'm making a website with my story to be a speaker in a platform like this, so I could reach to more people and share my story and my journey and inspire. My point here just to inspire, give them an idea. No matter what obstacles, what issues, what problems you have today, you can overcome them. To make your life better for tomorrow. Just have faith and think with this and with this. It will guide you. You will have ups and downs. You will fall 100 times. Get up. If you cannot run, crawl. If you cannot crawl, how do you say? No. If you cannot run, walk. If you cannot walk, crawl. But do not quit. Don't be a quitter. Be a fighter. You wanna change the world. You wanna make a difference. You gotta fight. Jacinda didn't become a PM just like this. She had worked her way up. She was in UK Parliament, I think, if I'm not mistaken. She was in the party, Labour Party, for many, many years. She was working for them. You see, she was making her path up. So you got to be like this, baby step, baby step. No stopping line. Don't stop yourself or or anybody. Encourage people. Share ideas. Share knowledge. Talk to people with the same mentality like you. Find people with the positive thoughts, positive way of thinking, with ideas and visions. Get rid of people who are negative or toxic. Get rid of it. This is the worst thing you can do to yourself. Living with people, being friends with people who just live their life. Oh, they wake up in the morning, an ordinary life. Wake up in the morning, go to office, come back home, eat dinner, watch movie, and go to bed again. No, don't. Even if you work 12 hours a day, you still have another 12 hours. Okay? Ask yourself, is this the life I want? Ask yourself questions. Talk to yourself. Okay? Find a minute, 2 minutes of your time in the day or at night. Talk to yourself, is this the life I want? What do I want? And then if your heart says no, then find out what you want. Like, I don't want to ask for, I have been sponsored since I was 6 years since I was in grade 6. So I had people helping me, paying my education and everything. But I want to publish my book. I want to earn my own money. I will put a website up there. I'm working on it already. And I'm going to put PhD, master's, and my campaign. I'm going to ask for money for my campaign already. Okay, I'm learning how to use Groove Digital, how to be an expert in sales world. I want to earn my own money, but I'm going to ask for sponsorships or supporters who could help me already raise funds for my campaign and already wants to help me, not so much, of course, but who wants to help me in my master's degree could directly pay there. Like, I will have an account saying that, so the money will never be touched. So the campaign money will never be touched until I run the election. I want to start now. Slowly. I want to start influencing people. I want to start reaching out to people. I want to start reaching out people with the same vision or same type of mentality as me. Who can see the future like I can. So I'm going to put these 3 things: master's, PhD, and campaign. So whoever wants to pay master's can pay master's. Whoever wants to pay PhD for my degree, because I got to study. I cannot be a leader without a political, knowledge, political understanding, political everything. So I need to educate myself, So this is why. So PhD will be political science, I think, and I might go to my law as well, and the campaign bar. So people could choose, where they want to support me. So I gave them options. And of course, buying my book will be amazing because it comes to me directly and I could use for my expenses next year and pay for a master's at the same time. And as you know, I want to move to Ireland. I'll make it official today, actually. I want to move to Ireland in July. Because Ireland, the reason I choose that country is because it's quite good. I mean, very good, I think, not quite good.
It's gorgeous.
It's gorgeous.
Oh, look, I have Ireland on me.
And
go there.
And I have done my research, and they have my degree in Dublin. This is why I want to go there. I want to finish my master's from there. And if I get even more opportunities better than that, I'm running after that. as you know, I always take anything. If it makes my life easy, if it gives me a better education, why not? Even if I have to go to US for my master degree, I'll take a flight, go pack my bag and go. 24 hours time. I'll be in a plane, you know? Yeah. So buying my book, checking out my website that is coming up soon, and inviting me to platforms like this, reaching out to people, and yeah, helping me to raise funds for my campaign. That would be amazing.
And I think we're also bringing you into our Cubimo platform as well, so that people can, on the Cubimo platform, the entrepreneurship platform that we were talking about, we're going to be bringing Shuli into the Cubimo app and platform, so you can connect with her directly there as well. You'll find her. She's going to be building her profile on www.cubimo.com, and I'm able to connect with her there, and even book her time, because I know that on the platform they have got Stripe and PayPal, and there's ways that people can connect to you right now to help you and see how they can add value to you right now while you're building your website. So for all of our
and also, Arti, I was gonna say this, that because I'm moving to Ireland, I want to speak to all the school in Ireland, as you know, because my mission is to empower youth. I want to help youth, because it is the youth who needs help right now, who needs to hear this, because I know there's a lot of changes happening rapidly, and they cannot cope up with the change that is taking place. I know, understand, updated iPhone every few months, computer, this gadget, this galaxy, all these things. So it's crazy. I know. So they could hear my story, and I want to inspire youth. I want to be the voice of billions of youth around the globe. This is my, how do you say, path towards my campaign, because I want my people to know what I have been doing, how I'm doing, and who I'm doing with. I want my people to be part of my journey, so they know their leader, 15 years earlier, so they don't have to think twice when they vote me.
Brilliant. I love that strategy. I do believe that to be a leader, it must be seen in your actions constantly, not in your words, because the words can be eloquently regurgitated anywhere, anytime by anybody. If you're clever enough, you can use beautiful words to encourage people or entice them in the wrong way. But not all leaders are there with integrity that people deserve and that people desire. So I want to say thank you. Thank you for being on our platform. Thank you for being my first person, my compassionate leader of influence. Thank you. I wanted inspirational, unique. I wanted somebody who is intriguing. And I'm just glad, and I am thrilled, and I'm saying with absolute gratitude, thank you, Dhonobad, for being on my platform.
Thank you so much.
And for all of our listeners, I've asked Shuli to write in the comment section her email address and all of the different ways you can connect with her on Instagram, on Twitter, as well as on Facebook. Please don't bombard her with nonsense.
No. Go on.
Please
For me, it's no problem.
connect with her with integrity and with intention. I ask that from the deepest part of my heart, because I know that it can be very frustrating to be on the receiving end of your pretty smile. I like you. Please get lost with that stories. She already knows she has a gorgeous smile. Connect with her with intention, right? To help her build her journey. Be clear when you connect with her. She's not interested in getting more friends. She has friends. She is interested in finding people of influence. And I will say that strongly, because that is my call as well. When I connect with people, know what you are there and why you're connecting with the person. There has to be a reason, there's got to be a vision, and there's got to be focus. So from my side, thank you so much, Shuli. And everybody who's listening, thank you for staying with us, and thank you for being a part of her journey. We welcome you. And my final words to you, Shuli, is that there will come many times in your life where you look back at the journey and where your heart hurt quite a lot. You will look back at this journey and know that those tears that you shed was the inspiration, and it lit the fire within your soul to take on people, take on injustices, and to demand a clear focus and clarity for your journey. Those tears were washing away all of the hurts and pains and guiding you to clarity. You said earlier that your vision is as clear as water. Water is healing. Your tears are part of that journey. And we feel for you. We understand your journey, not in the depth of how you are right now and the hurt that you feel, not being with your family. But for a lot of us in different ways, we have felt that pain and understand how difficult it is for you. And for that, I honor you and say, well done. You're on the right path. You are not on this journey alone. And welcome as the compassionate leader of influence.
Thank you,
Thank you
Arti.
so
I
much for
really,
spending
really
time.
appreciate your words and your time, and of course, people who are working with you on the same mission as me for my people and my country. I know these tears will pay me off one day, and I've been looking forward for that. It will pay me off.
Yes.
The day I
It
take
will.
over, the day I take the oath, it will pay off. All the pain,
Mm-hmm.
all the journey, all the ups and downs, and discrimination, told
Mm-hmm.
off everything.
Yeah.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so much.
Thank you so much.
Dhonobad. And to Kamrul Hassan and Jan Roberts, the two important people in my life, say thank you for being a part of
Thank you.
my journey as well, and for all of your support too. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, gorgeous.
Have a lovely day, Arti.
You
Bye-bye.
too. Okay, bye-bye.